Who was the first demon king to defeat Wukong? It was none other than Yellow Wind Sage. This powerful demon not only matched Wukong in combat skills, but also forced him to flee with his mighty Yellow Wind attack. Yellow Wind Sage is different from most of the demons encountered on the journey to the west. He doesn't eat humans, nor does he crave Tong Sanzong's flesh. When he learned that Tiger Vanguard had captured Tong Sanzong, he wasn't pleased, but rather troubled. Why didn't Yellow Wind Sage want to provoke the pilgrimage team? Because he was once a yellow-furred weasel spirit from Mount Ling. Caught and punished by the Buddha for stealing lamp oil, he was eventually released on good behavior and placed on Yellow Wind Ridge to continue his cultivation. In simpler terms, he was like a modern-day parolee. Though he had regained some freedom, that freedom was limited, and he had to regularly report to the local authorities for assessment. In this case, the local authority was Lingji Bodhisattva, a Buddhist deity. Yellow Wind Sage learned many secrets from Lingji Bodhisattva, including that Tong Sanzong's pilgrimage was a grand operation, approved by the Jade Emperor, led by the Buddha, and overseen by Guan Yin. Though Yellow Wind Sage possessed great powers, he knew he was on his own. With no faction or backing, survival in the three realms was difficult. Despite his reluctance to provoke Wukong had killed Tiger Vanguard, and when Wukong came knocking, Yellow Wind Sage couldn't just stand by. After all, back in his heyday, Yellow Wind Sage earned the title of Great Sage of the Yellow Wind. The story tells us that Yellow Wind Sage fought Wukong for 30 rounds without a clear victor. Realizing that martial skills alone wouldn't be enough, Wukong used his earthly fiend transformations. He grabbed a handful of hairs, and with his body division technique, created hundreds of Wukongs to charge at Yellow Wind Sage. But Yellow Wind Sage revealed his even greater abilities, unleashing a powerful yellow wind. Instantly, Wukong couldn't open his eyes, and his hundreds of clones were blown away. Left with no choice, Wukong shielded his eyes, retrieved his hairs, and retreated from the wind's fury. This wind had an imposing name, the Samadhi Divine Wind. In the world of Journey to the West, the most fearsome fire is the Samadhi True Fire, possessed only by Laozi himself. And here was Yellow Wind Sage, with a similarly unique and powerful wind. Just how terrifying was this Samadhi Divine Wind? Even the Grand Supreme Elder Lord, Laozi, couldn't continue his alchemical work in the face of it, and had to retreat. When the wind rose, it blew down 3 layers of the Great Thunderclap Monastery, sent Manjusri Bodhisattva's lion and Samantabhadra Bodhisattva's white elephant fleeing, and even caused Guanyin Bodhisattva to drop her scriptures. The wind was so strong that it reached the 9th heaven, even exposing the Queen Mother of the West. As the book summarizes, since the time of Pangu, there has never been a wind as terrifying as the Samadhi Divine Wind. However, Yellow Wind Sage had only this one trick. Wukong invited Lingji Bodhisattva for help, and Lingji didn't display any extraordinary powers. He simply used his dragon-subduing staff to capture Yellow Wind Sage with a single strike. Once the wind-fixing pearl was in place, Yellow Wind Sage's divine wind became useless. In the earlier battle, they had only fought for 30 rounds. In a prolonged fight, say a life-and-death struggle lasting 3 days and nights, or 300 rounds, Yellow Wind Sage would surely have exhausted his strength. In the entire journey to the west, the only one who could match Wukong in both endurance and power was the mighty Bull Demon King. Stay tuned and follow me for more background stories of Black Myth, Wukong,